welcome to Top Rope Reality, episode 11, part 1. Well, you look pretty good shape from your trip from North Carolina.
I am currently on fumes at this point.
We'll get to that in part 2 on that part. But let's go and talk about what's on part 1 here. We're talking a little bit of news from WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor. So we know John will be happy about that. So.
Yes, John will be very happy. Some big Ring of Honor news. That's going to be interesting.
It is more than usual.
Yeah.
But the big WWE news is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan is out.
Yep.
Had neck surgery this past Thursday, which means this Monday they will strip him of the title.
You think they're going to do it?
2 to 3 months. They're going to strip him. I can't go that long without champion. Got to give us another. I'm the champion. I never lost the belt, and no, I'm the champion. I won the belt. And
that is true.
So I guess if everything falls in play, 2 to 3 months.
We'll be right there. I mean, he's close to SummerSlam.
It will be SummerSlam. We get John Cena and Daniel Bryan again in a ladder match.
See, what they could easily do with that is, at the pay-per-view, make Bray Wyatt John Cena a title match.
They could.
Make them 2 for the belt.
They need to push. They need to wait.
Now, I could see them waiting.
Now, they've been doing tournaments, and I like them doing tournaments.
Right.
And they need to wait. Go ahead and let this one, let the Shield and Evolution be the main event.
What if they made?
Or make Bray Wyatt
Night of Champions. That's after SummerSlam.
That is way after, yeah.
Because I was saying that would be great if it was coming up.
Yeah, that would fall
because
in perfect,
you could make the whole Night of Champions a title tournament
to win whoever wins the title.
Exactly.
But they could push it and make it where Battleground. The main event for Battleground is to crown a new champion.
Mm-hmm.
So they can work it. You have enough shows to work the tournament in and make it a big enough tournament. Just write it down where the finals ends up at the.
They have plenty of talent to make a long tournament.
They do. They definitely do.
Yep.
But you know what they'll do? They'll just have a one night on Raw and somebody win like they did last time, and would have Ray won the title and John Cena took the title. He was champion of the night. What? Exactly.
It's crazy.
But yeah, they need to shave. They're gonna give it to him. And there was talk of being an interim champion. No. I mean, go ahead and strip Bryan of the championship and
they
name
don't
champion.
need to do like UFC.
No, they do not need to do UFC. Well, some big news, more big news from WWE.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news. Can we have Barrett walk in on this?
No, I've got some bad news. Especially if I was Vince McMahon.
Whew.
This past Friday, because of a 40% drop in stock, after they signed a deal with NBC, they lost $350 million. $350 million.
That is crazy.
I mean, hopefully it won't cause much trouble, but I've heard, the network's not doing as well as they're not getting many people as they wanted to get, and then they're losing the revenue off the pay-per-views.
Right.
So,
but I think at this point, I mean, they've jumped in head first.
Yeah,
I think if they say, okay, well, we're going to cut the network, we're going to cut our losses, they're going to totally turn it off. Okay? If they do
I think
that,
they're going to hurt a lot. People will be...
that's going to be a lot of pissed off fans.
Yes.
But number 2, if they do that, will the pay-per-view companies say, okay, well, we'll carry you again? Or have they already burned the bridges with them? You see what I'm saying?
Well, the cable companies, I haven't heard any cable companies stopped. But the Dish and DirecTV, the satellite companies, have stopped. So,
but I mean, that's a major portion. So
I think first what they're going to do, they will raise prices next year.
And see, I've heard.
They will do that.
I heard. Now we were talking about this on our little trip, but we were talking about the network thing, and I heard that they were going from $9.99 jumping up eventually to $20 a month.
That's going to hurt.
And eventually try to go up to $30.
That's
and I'm sorry, I can't.
That's a big drop there.
I mean, the whole point is pay-per-views are involved in this.
Yes.
If I feel like I'm paying monthly because, they got the pay-per-view on there, I feel like I'm paying for a pay-per-view, I'm paying $30 a month.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm getting my value out of it. No. So I could understand if they go $15 tops. I'm fine with $14.99.
Yeah.
Fine with that. If they go $20-30, I'd have to, when my 6-month commitment thing ran out, I'd be done with it.
And that's what they're waiting for, to see what happens on a 6-month commitment.
Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, mine's on auto renew, so I'm screwed either way after that point. So,
well, on to the TNA. That's all for WWE right now. on to TNA news. And, boy, they're having money troubles as well. So everybody's having money troubles here.
Yeah, it might be
And then-
just the right time for Global Force to come into
I don't
this
know.
situation.
'Cause
Unless they got money troubles.
yes, I know.
Hopefully they got the right people. They don't have any problems. But
But last year, this time, they had 60 superstars, 60 performers.
Mhm.
And now they're down to 33, which saves them the money, but
They
you're
need-
cutting out the ones that you need to keep.
right, they may be cutting out the wrong people, but they need to cut people.
Oh, they definitely
They
need to cut
they
them.
don't need with a company that only has a 2-hour show weekly, and sometimes not even a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
They don't
let's
need
get-
60 people.
No,
They
they
do not need 60.
That's a good thing to cut 60 people, but I got a feeling that when Jeff gets up and running, they're gonna lose a lot more people if they're still around.
Right.
But they're gonna have Rampage Jackson back. He just got done his fight with King Mo, and so he's coming back, and probably King Mo and Tito Ortiz will be back shortly. So we'll start this all again when they can't be touched, because if they try to do anything, then the guy from the UFC part,
Well,
or MMA part,
the
yeah.
Baltor, or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
He'll probably say, no, they can't touch each other or they can't get hurt, and then you lose that.
I mean,
So you can't do anything with
Yeah,
them
'cause
other
they-
than name recognition and... Okay.
Because they cut that whole thing when Ortiz come in and hit Rampage in the back of the head with a daggum chain. If they know what they're doing, they're not going to get that hurt from
Right.
doing stuff like that. I mean, my God, they're gonna get hurt a whole lot worse doing UFC style fights.
Yeah, most definitely.
My gosh.
But one thing that Mark Madden said on his little column he has, he said what they need to do is put the belt on Rampage Jackson. That way you get the ESPN, you get the Hollywood, and you get your
Hey,
belt out there.
If they want the publicity, then why not try it? I mean, my gosh, they've had worse champions.
They have. Hey.
I mean, every company that's been around has had worse champions than a Rampage. I mean,
Yeah.
at least he's an athlete.
Put it on him. I mean, but he'd have to be heel, and I think he's a good guy. So, but that's
I could see Tito getting it being a heel, because
Yeah.
Tito's a natural heel. I could
But
see them putting it on him.
is his name still big enough? I mean, it may get a few on the Hollywood Reporter and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But hey, you have your belt out there, you have your name out there. I mean,
But if
Dixie
Tito-
Carter was
if Tito has the
Dixie
belt.
Carter was at the MMA show, and she with TNA camera, so this
hanging out with DDP, which is very odd.
Yeah, I guess they'll be
do not
filling us
screw
in.
up your relationship with WWE. That is not very smart.
No,
But anyway, that whole situation is crazy. But if they do have them get the belt, you can have Tito here, and this will be a perfect picture for all the. Tito had the belt. Rampage was challenging, and you had a picture of the two of them staring each other down with a TNA title right there. I mean, that picture alone would help TNA.
oh yeah,
I mean,
Oh, definitely.
I don't agree with putting, MMA guys in there, but hey, if
No,
they
you
want
do
to try,
that?
they've tried everything else, so why not try it?
and you buy a billboard at Times Square in New York City.
Yep.
You put it there. You put an ad in the USA Today newspaper. You make sure it gets put on ESPN,
That's
any
it.
Fox Sports 1. Hey, you just get the. There you go.
Yep.
You have people. Hey, that's the UFC guys. What they written for this company? I need to go see what this company's about. And then when they watch it, then they turn it off. But
Yeah, they'll still turn it off.
At least you have them turn over there. If you get the ratings when they turn over there, then you have a pretty good week.
Yeah.
And then there's some uncertainty about them going back to the Impact Zone. They may not make it back to the Impact Zone.
Yeah, I heard Jerry Borash said that it may not happen. That they don't know when they're going to be coming back to the Impact Zone, and that's why they're going to be filming in New York for multiple shows for a whole month worth of shows, and then also with their UK tour, they'll have a month
Yeah,
full
you
of
said
shows.
it was in January though.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I don't know how long the New York stuff's going to take them. So
It can't take that much. 6 months worth of stuff.
I have no idea. All I know is
And no new TV deal either.
nope.
But you think Spike would go ahead and grab them, hold of them, keep them, since USA and Sci-Fi held on to the WWE. But they have guys talking. There's TNA superstars talking to Ring of Honor and Global Force Wrestling. So
Yeah, I mean, because what could be happening with Spike is they may be waiting on Global Force to see what they're going to do.
that's true. That is true.
They already have a
We know
working
it's January.
relationship,
It'll be January,
relationship
so.
with Jeff. Even though they can't talk to Jeff.
No, there's other people to
but,
talk to.
I mean, they're not stupid. They can hear, they can know what's going on without having to talk to the man directly.
That is true. Now on to the Ring of Honor news. Speaking of people talking to Ring of Honor, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, they did more than talk. They signed the dotted line, and they will be at the pay-per-view Best in the World. when they make their debut back into Ring
That's
of
a
Honor.
great place to do it because that's going to be their
Yes.
first live. It's not an IPPV.
No,
it's
it's
an
a
actual
live
live
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view.
Yes.
And that's a great way to come right into that. You know, that'd be great if CM Punk showed up. But
He's on a contract yet.
I know,
So-
but it's called Best in the World. How great would that be?
And I'll know he's got when he's on a contract when they show him on the network and it says former WWE star.
Yeah.
Until that day, he still has a contract.
Yep.
Also, Kevin Steen could be leaving Ring of Honor. You know, he had that tryout with WWE.
Yep. Lost a bunch of weight for it.
So could he
Smart.
be looking to take some time off with his family and then jump to WWE? We'll have to wait and see.
Could be.
And they've already got the main event set for the pay-per-view. Best in
Okay.
the World. Their champion, Adam Cole, takes on Michael Eglin. Is that it right?
I don't get to watch it because they don't show it around here.
But that match is already set. So far you got the world title match set up, and you got the Bad Influence.
Bad
I guess
Influence
they'll
returning,
be in a Bad Influence.
I would hope they'd come in as a tag team. There's not a lot of tag teams in Ring of Honor either.
No, there's not. It's like NXT.
How great would that be? The Bad Influence versus the Briscoes. Great match.
It would be.
Great.
But that's it for the news for part one. We'll be back for part two, the indie. We'll talk more indie stuff. That's his trip to North Carolina and where we're going to go on May 31st. So we'll be right back
And
for part.
hopefully when we come back, I won't be sleeping.
Yeah, I've got to keep nudging here.
Yes.
You don't want another pot of coffee?
I might
Everybody
need
done?
some.
Okay. We'll be back, folks, for part two of Talk Rock Reality.